Hi friends, we are at the end of the semester and exams are at the corner. So we are here to guide you to prepare for the exam and write exams very well. So as we know in the regulation R22, getting 14 out of 40 marks in internal is a compulsory option along with the 75% attendance. We will see how we can crack this second mid exams in a extraordinary way. Yes, myself Dr. Sivanagi Reddy, and we are going to see about the exam pattern, syllabus and how to prepare for exam with the help of important questions. For that today we are going to discuss about these things. First we will see the syllabus. What is the syllabus of our exam for second mid? Then we will see what is the question paper pattern and important descriptive questions. What are the chances we can get in the exam? Here we have the applied physics syllabus for the second mid, and in this we can have 3 units. When come to total syllabus, AP applied physics, total 5 units will be there. In this 5 units, 2.5 units we covered for first mid, and the remaining 2.5 mid chapters we will cover here for second mid. When come to the final exam, combinedly we have to write. In the unit 3 we have a part B as a semiconductor devices. So semiconductor devices we have to study. In this we have about mainly PN junction diodes. So one is PN junction, then GNR diode, bipolar junction transistor, light emitting diode, photodiode and solar cell. So mainly we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 concepts we have. So whenever they ask the questions, they will focus from these 6 concepts. Next unit is a nanotechnology. So in this nanotechnology we have nanoscale, quantum confinement, surface to volume ratio, bottom up fabrication and top down fabrication. So in the bottom up and top down fabrications, in the bottom up we have sol gel process, combustion method or top down fabrication. We have ball milling, physical vapor deposition, chemical vapor deposition. Then finally we have the characterization techniques, XRD, X-ray diffraction technique, and scanning electron microscopy and transmission electron microscopy. So whenever we are studying about the characterizations, we have to focus on what is its basic principle, how we will characterize the material, then what are the advantages and limitations, along with application of the technique in nanomaterials. Finally we have the applications of nanomaterials. Come to the last unit, that is laser and fiber optics. So in this laser we have mainly about Einstein coefficients, Nd:YAG laser, helium neon laser, semiconductor laser. So basically these are the possible essay questions, and the remaining things come to absorption, spontaneous emission and stimulated emission, then laser beam characteristics and important components of laser, active medium, pumping source, optical resonator. When come to the construction and working principle of Nd:YAG laser, helium neon, semiconductor laser. Finally we have the applications of the laser. When come to the final part in the unit 5, that is a fiber optics. So in this fiber optics we have to know what is a fiber optics and on what principle it will work, what are the advantages of optical fiber, its a construction. Along with it we have to get familiarity with the acceptance angle and a numerical aperture, classification of optical fibers based on refractive index. So based on refractive index we have step index and graded index optical fibers. Along with that we have to see losses in optical fiber for communication systems, applications of optical fibers. Now we will see the exam question paper pattern for second mid. As we did for first mid, same pattern. It consists of 2 sections, section A and section B. 2 sections we have. In a section A we have objective questions. The objective questions may be multiple choice, fill in the blanks, match the following. So any type they can ask, and there is a no choice for it. 10 questions will come and we have to answer all questions, no choice. Each question carries 1 mark. So total 10 marks for objective questions. When come to part B, we have descriptive questions. In this descriptive questions we have to answer 4 out of 6. In that 4, each question carries 5 marks. 4 5s are 20 marks, and total 10 plus 20 is the 30 marks. We have to answer in 2 hours. Now question paper pattern same, and in these questions question number will be 1 to 10. These 10 questions will come from 2.5 units. So third unit part B, semiconducting devices, we can get 2 objective questions from it. When come to the next unit, unit 4 is a nanotechnology. 4 objective questions will come. When come to the 5th unit, that is lasers and optical fibers, we will get 4 questions, and in that 4 questions, 2 from lasers, 2 and 2 from optical fiber. For objective questions, marks will be equally distributed. When come to the descriptive questions, each question carries 5 marks and we have to write 4 out of 6. So the question number 11 and 12, 2 questions will come from unit 3 part B, and question number 13, 14, it will come from unit 4. Unit 4, 2 questions will come. Question number 15 and 16, that's a unit number 5, 2 questions. So in a question number 15 and 16, question number 15 will come from lasers, question number 16 from optical fiber. Now we will see the important questions and based on the question number. So for the question number 11 and 12, which is the part of third unit part B, from which we will get a 2 questions. In that the possible questions will be explain IV characteristics of PN junction diode in forward and reverse bias conditions. Sometimes they may ask explain the formation of PN junction diode and explain IV characteristics of PN junction diode. Then second one is construct a photodiode with the neat diagram, explain its working. Construct LED with the neat diagram and explain its working. Fourth one will be analyze the characteristics of solar cell and explain its construction and working. So most of the questions are related whether construction, working. So we can have construction, working, IV characteristics, finally applications. Some cases we may have advantages and limitations of that device as well. All are PN junction diodes and we have to focus on this. Along with this we have Zener diode and BJT. These two are added in R22, so it's a very important to focus on these as well. Now we will go for the next question. So question number 13 and 14. In order to answer question number 13 and 14, here it is from nanotechnology unit. Generally they will ask about the fabrication of the nanomaterials by any method, whether it may be ball milling, sol gel, CVD, PVD. So different methods we have. In one of them they will ask. Generally this ball milling and sol gel method they will focus mostly, and then they may ask about the characterization of the materials. When come to the characterizations, we have mainly X-ray diffraction, SEM and TEM. SEM stands for scanning electron microscopy and TEM stands for transmission electron microscope. So in order to answer 13 and 14, we have to at least prepare these 5 questions so that we can answer easily. Then for 14 and 15, for 14 question, we have to prepare from lasers. It is Einstein coefficients and it's a derivation. Whereas from other things, we have mainly 3 lasers we have. One is helium neon laser, Nd:YAG laser and semiconducting laser. So whenever we are studying lasers, we have to know first of all the basic information. It's a construction and working, both we will require. So whenever we are writing in the exam for the construction, we have to draw the block diagram of that system. Then when come to the working, energy level diagram is a must in order to explain which type of the wavelength is emitting from which energy level to which energy level. Those are the things related to lasers. When come to optical fiber, mostly and repeatedly they will ask about acceptance angle, expression, and it is numerical aperture also. So we have to study about what is acceptance angle as well as numerical aperture and how to derive the expression for acceptance angle. From it, how we can get the numerical aperture. Along with it, we have various types of losses associated with the optical fiber. These two are, we have theory as well as in experiments also we have. So it is always better to focus mostly on these two. Then we have construct step index and gradient index optical fiber and explain transmission of signal through them. So in most of the previous papers, they asked about this classification of the optical fiber based on refractive index, which is nothing but step index and gradient index optical fibers, how the signal is transferred through it. With this many questions, I hope 15 questions is sufficient to write the exam completely and you can score a good marks. All the best for your future, and signing off, Dr. Sivanagi Reddy, and we will meet in another video. So if you like our videos, kindly share to other students or other friends, they will get good information. And subscribe to our channel for more videos, and give a proper comments and your feedback that will help us. Jai Hind.